Someone asked Robert Frost near the end of his life whether he had hope for the future. It is the kind of question people ask old men, the kind of question that expects a certain kind of answer. Something warm, something valedictory, something to put on a greeting card. But Frost did not give the expected answer. He said yes. And even for the past, hope for the past. Think about what that means. Not hope that the past was different. Hope that it will turn out to have been all right for what it was. David Ray wrote a poem about this moment. He called it Thanks, Robert Frost, and in it he takes Frost's answer and opens it like a letter that was addressed to everyone. The poem describes the hope that the past will become something we can accept, that the mistakes were made by selves we had to be, not the selves we wished we were, not the selves that, looking back, it seems we could so easily have been the selves we actually were. Limited, confused, doing the best we could with what we had, the selves we had to be. That is the line that stops me, because it contains a forgiveness that I have never been able to give myself. The forgiveness of necessity. You were not the person you wished you were, but you were the person you had to be. Given what you knew, given what you carried, given the tools you had, and the darkness you were in. You were the self you had to be. And the mistakes that self made were not optional. They were the only mistakes available to that person in that moment with that understanding. Ray also writes about the albatrosses he placed on his children's necks. That word, albatrosses, carries the full weight of the ancient mariner, the thing you carry for a sin you committed, the burden that hangs from you as evidence of what you have done. And he placed them, he says, on tender necks, on the necks of his children, the people he loved most, the people he was trying to protect. If you are a parent, that line will find the softest place inside you and press, because you know the things you gave your children that you did not mean to give them. The anxiety, the impatience, the moments when you were not the parent you wanted to be because you were the parent you had to be, tired, overwhelmed, carrying your own albatrosses from your own parents, passing them forward because you did not know how to set them down. And Ray's hope, Frost's hope, is not that the albatrosses will disappear. It is that they will become not too heavy. That is such an honest prayer. Not take the weight away, but let it be bearable. Let the thing I did wrong become something my children can carry without being crushed by it. And let the past, my past, their past, our shared and tangled past become something we can bear. Yes, Jade. The poem ends with an image I cannot get out of my mind. Ray describes the strange peace that Frost's words provide, a peace that itself passes into the past. Easier to bear because Frost said it, rather casually, as snow went on falling in Vermont years ago. Rather casually. That is the key. The hope was not delivered as a sermon. It was not offered as a grand declaration. It was said casually. The way you say something you have known so long, it no longer feels like wisdom. It just feels like the truth, and the truth said casually, while snow falls in Vermont, is the most powerful kind of truth there is, because it does not demand your belief. It simply offers itself, and you take it or you don't. And if you take it, it changes everything. So here is what I want to say to you tonight, as casually as I can manage. As snow falls somewhere in the world and the past sits behind you like a country you cannot re-enter. You were the self you had to be. The mistakes you made were made by a person who was doing the best they could with what they had. The albatrosses you placed on the people you love were placed by hands that were also carrying albatrosses. And the hope, Frost's hope, Ray's hope, the hope I am handing to you now, is not that the past will be erased. It is that the past will become something you can bear, that it will turn out to have been all right for what it was. Hope for the past, yes, even for the past.